Hi, I'm Peter Bassett, Astronomy Roadshow Mobile Planetarium. Today we're going to talk about recording of satellites as they pass over. You might be outside stargazing and you see some stars moving across the sky. These are of course satellites. But anyway, it's relatively easy to record them with a still camera, and this has been dealt with in an earlier clip. But how do you actually record them in real time? It's much more challenging. And I've developed a few methods over the years. Right, the first one I've used is this. Right, it's a Sony camcorder, high 8, so you've got the best resolution available at the time, and it is second hand. You can't get these new now, it's a shame, because of these you have got manual override and a focusing. You've got an infinity button, quite important. Flip that to infinity and it automatically focuses on the stars, planets and satellites. Right. Anyway, it's also got of course a viewfinder, and anyway, on that screen whatever you record and whatever you see on there will be recorded. It has 0 lux sensitivity. That's another crucial point to look out for when purchasing a pair of these. Anyway, so once you've got that, you've got 0 lux, got infinity setting, and you've also got very high magnification. This one's up to 72. Okay, it's partly optical, partly digital, but it does mean that if you see the space station coming over, the ISS, you can focus it on there first, get in the centre of the field of view, on its wide angle setting, then slowly press a telephoto and just slowly zoom in gradually as it passes over, keep it in the field of view as best you can, and eventually begin to see the shape of it. Once you get past a magnification of 30-35, you begin to see it as a rectangular blob as it goes over. The optics aren't as good as a telescope, but it's good enough for this to actually reveal its shape. It really is quite something. Anyway, that's the only instrument I've ever come across that can do that. Anyway, what else have we got there? We've got these. These are night vision binoculars, and they actually work this way round. Okay, deliberate mistake. And you've got 2 objective lenses, like we have normal binoculars. One of them goes to the recording system, the other one is your visual viewing. But they're both synchronised. So you see an electronic screen in there. You put in a memory card with micro SD cards. Then the menu system comes into play. You can digitally date stamp and time stamp every clip you make if you want, and it's very handy when referring back to what your previous recordings. But it does need a little bit of background sky to work with. It doesn't work in pitch darkness, which is a shame. Anyway, but you've got a little bit of dark blue sky left in this, up there, and a few stars about, and you can see the brightest satellites coming over. It will record them, alright? But when it's pitch dark, it won't record anything. It's a great shame. But anyway, but normally used for wildlife. I use them in Arizona a lot, recording all the wild animals out there, which is great, especially under moonlight. Works perfectly. With the stars, it does have its limitations. Anyway, another instrument that I use is the Ultimate now. It's by a company called Yukon, and instead of these being night vision binoculars, these are actually image intensifiers. So what happens is all the light that comes down through the lenses is actually multiplied in terms of brightness electronically, and it can be recorded. So we've got an input here for the power. You can use onboard batteries, but it does eat them up pretty quickly. And so I use an external power source, mains. And anyway, it's also got an output, of course, a video standard output here that goes into a video deck if you want. Can use a DVD recorder, but they're much more sensitive. VHS is much tougher when it comes to recording at night under cold and damp conditions. And but anyway, so just some recording. You need a monitor. Alright, this is basically for focusing. It's absolutely crucial to get this in focus, and to do that, don't just rely on the viewfinder. The resolution's not high enough. But if you use a 10-inch monitor, I used to use a 5-inch one, but it just wasn't big enough. 10-inch monitor, and you can see the stars perfectly well. So you use this to focus on, to concentrate on the fainter stars, because only pick up a single pixel, and once it's perfect focus, the bright ones are automatically in focus as well. And wait for a satellite to come over, press record in the video deck, and there you have your results. It's not time stamped, unfortunately. It's a shame that they could bring out a much better model than this in the future. Maybe I'll suggest it to them, and hopefully there'll be a satellite on there, and every now and then you'll see some bright images on there. It doesn't come out very well on your camera from your point of view, but close up I can see plenty of detail there. So anyway, if you want to know more about this sort of hobby, it's a very low cost hobby normally if it wasn't for the recording, and it's all about satellite spotting, and it's an increasingly popular hobby these days, especially with no Starlink satellites going over. There's hundreds of those now. And anyway, Satellite Spotting Operations Handbook gives lots more tips. There's 3 versions of the same one. and it's by somebody called Peter Bassett. Oh, it's me, yeah, sorry about that. I do apologise. And anyway, you can find out more about this hobby for free if you don't want to buy the book. Satellitespotting.com, that's mine too. And it gives a lot more tips on there and why we can see satellites and how to tell which one's which and so on. And anyway, if you want to know the rest of our publications, it's on the website called outerspacebooks.com, and it's got all our publications on there if you're interested anymore. Okay, anyway, so I hope you try some of these recording techniques, and good luck. Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching.